So I want to talk about the chakra system and training for an Ironman. And one might say, for those of you, number one, who know a little bit about the chakra system, are going, what does that have to do? How do they connect? And those of you who do not know what the chakra system is, I invite you to check out my website, Teresa with no H at teresacampos.com, and go to resources, and there I'll have the full list of the chakra system. So you'll know even more conclusively what I'm referring to here when I talk about it in terms of training and beginning any type of program, any type of relationship. Yes, so I heard a quote, and the quote was, I'm out here on my run today, by the way, taking a stop, and have some friends out here joining me out there in the water. You can see them. And the quote, the saying is, you do not run to get fit, you get fit to run. And that's what I'm doing. And so the beginning of anything that we start, we have to create a solid foundation, and that would be the first chakra. Everything has a first chakra. Everything in your life, you have a first chakra. Your family of origin that you were born into has a first chakra that you were brought into, and whether that foundation was solid or not, from that point builds the subsequent experience of your life. And so just as that happens, so does what I'm talking about here in the beginning training of Ironman on October 24th, 2021. So what I'm creating here and what I'm focusing on in my training is creating my first chakra and building a solid foundation. So with that comes very running, kind of a run walk type of a pattern, as well as when I'm in the gym. It's like when I'm in the gym, it's like I'm not in there to do any type of heavy lifting. I'm in there to strengthen my hips, strengthen the hip flexors, strengthen those parts of the body that are going to be used, those smaller muscles that are really going to be the ones that are really going to support me, the ligaments, the tendons, all that, like being really careful that what I'm doing is keeping that in mind at all times. As well as stretching, right? Because we don't want to go into contraction. I know that if I go into contraction, which is so easy for me to do because my background is being a gym rat for so many years, like I want to go in and I want to lift, I want to get strong, I want to get out there and start doing what I'm feeling in my mind, but my body's going, no, not quite yet. Like, slow it down, listen to me. I'm going to be your coach. I'm going to be your guidance. And so that's what I'm doing. I am working on the first chakra of my body, of my physicality, of my emotions, of my mental game, and how not to let, this is where pressure and fear comes in, is that you let yourself go into the future. And, so many times people will say, hey, we got X amount of weeks to Ironman. It's like, I don't need a countdown. I know what it's going to be. So where I need to be is right here, right now. I need to be in the moment, the present moment, doing what my body is able to do and honoring it and listening to it and using that as my guide, because our body is our inner physician. So I'm going to leave you with that and some duckies. Okay, so again, if you want to know more about that chakra system, Teresa Campos, Teresa at teresacampos.com, and go to my resource page and you'll get some information. All right.